Hello guys, welcome back. So I thought today I should show you guys how we can replicate this bridge pier. I saw this interesting bridge pier on the internet and I thought I should do a tutorial on that. So big ups to this brother right here, and please don't sue me. And yeah, let's get into it. So we're gonna use Revit, and I'm just gonna go to new family. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna model the pier shafts. So and then like we're gonna separate everything and then we're gonna nest everything into a single model. So the pier shaft where it is our host model, and then everything else we're gonna use shared parameters and then load it into our host model. So let's go with a metric generic model in this instance. So after this, we're gonna place some reference planes, obviously. So let's check. I'm gonna offset this one by, let's say, 1.5, and another one by 1.5, and then let's mirror this to the other side. So by the way, this is just based on my assumption. And actually, let's make this 750. And then let's make this 750, 1.5, 1.5. Okay, so we're gonna go to the front elevation. So on the front elevation, we're gonna place a reference plane on top. So I'm just gonna make it 8,000 millimeters. And obviously we can apply some dimensions towards this and then create a parameter. So this parameter is gonna be our pier shaft depth and say okay. So I'm gonna go back to my reference level, say create and then extrusion. I'm gonna place my circle there. So it's gonna be a radius of 300, and then the entire diameter of my pier shafts are going to be 600, obviously. So I'm gonna say finish, go to the front, and then I'm gonna drag it to the top and then lock it. So this moves, it's gonna move like that. Okay, so this is the first one. Now let's go to new family and say metric generic model and say open. So this is gonna be our first peer head. So let's place some reference planes like this, and I'm just gonna offset this by 350, 350, and 350 also this side, and then 350. Okay, and then go to the front elevation. I'm gonna place a reference plane on top like this. So this one I'm going to offset by, let's see, let's make it 800. No, actually let's make it 5 or 400. Yeah, 400 is fine. So go to create and then swap the blend for two profiles. I'm gonna place my path right there between the two. Finish. Profile 1, edit profile, go to the reference level, and then I'm gonna use my, actually let's place the first one. So this first one we're gonna offset by 650 divided by 2, which is 325, and in total it's gonna be 650. And also this side, let's make it 325 and then 650. Finish. Profile 2, edit profile. I'm gonna place another one on top like this, say finish, and then finish. So if I open up the 3D, this is how it looks. But I want to reduce it a bit. Let's go to edit profile. So the first one, I'm gonna make it 310. Let's make it 310. And so it's gonna be 620, 310, and it's gonna be 620. So finish. Okay, so let's apply material towards that. I'm gonna name this concrete cast in situ, apply, name OK, change it to realistic, there you go. Okay, so if I go back to my host, I'm gonna load this in, make it a shared parameter. So let's load it in. I'm not gonna save it, and I'm just gonna place it right there. So I'm gonna go to the front elevation. I'm gonna align it towards the extrusion instead of the reference plane. And then obviously I'm gonna copy it like that. So let's test this out. If you change this to 10,000, so it seems like this doesn't want to move. Let's do this. I'm gonna apply dimension there. So let's see. Okay, so it still doesn't want to move. Okay, it's fine. Let's just leave it like this. So yeah, this is how it looks so far. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna open up a new family, and let's go with metric generic model. Say open. So the first thing we're gonna do, the host model, we're gonna load it into the latest family we have opened, just so that we can use as a reference. And we're going to press VR for view range, set this to unlimited, all of them, and then you can just change the calculator to the largest number you can think of that is beyond the entire depth of your family, so that you can see the extent of it. Okay, so if I go to the front elevation, I'm just gonna drag it down so that I can use the base of my second pier head as the basis of my insertion or placement point. So if I go back to create and say reference plane, I'm gonna place one reference plane like this, and I'm just gonna reduce it and make it 500, and then I'm gonna copy another one and make it 400. Okay, so the first one I'm gonna say swipe the blend for two profiles again, place my path in the middle, and then say finish. Select profile one, edit profile, sorry, edit profile, and say open. So the first one, this is gonna be my first profile, finish. Second profile, edit profile, I'm gonna place one like this again, but except I'm just gonna extend it towards the other side. So let's make it 3000 this side, and then the entire thing is gonna be 6000. So if I open up the 3D view, I'm gonna say finish, and this is how it looks. Okay, now the next one is gonna be the easiest one. So let's say extrusion. Place a rectangle there, place it like this, say finish, go to the front elevation, and then drag it towards the top, place it like this. Open up the 3D view, and this is how it looks. So let's see if we did it. Okay, here's my mistake. Let's see. Yeah, I think we did something similar. No, actually, it's extending also. So I'm gonna edit this one. So edit blend. Select the blend. Let's say edit profile two. I'm gonna change its offset on the side. So let's make it 450. Let's make it 900. and say finish. Actually, that's profile one. Let's edit profile two instead. So 450. And then let's make it 900. Finish. See how it looks. Okay, so I'm just gonna say align. All right. I'm just gonna extend it a bit. Our second profile. And let's see. And I think the offset is a bit low, so I'm gonna go to edit, and then my path, I'm just gonna reduce it. Then I'm gonna make it 400, and then let's drag this down, and then this one, let's change it also to 400. Okay, and then align. Let's align it also this side, and yeah, this is how it looks. So I'm gonna change this to realistic. Change the material to concrete casting C2, and I'm just gonna remove this. So let's delete this family, and this is our pier head. Let's make it a shed. We're gonna load it back in into our pier, and then let's align it on top, and this is how it looks. Okay, so let's change the pier shafts to concrete, and yeah, this is how it looks. So yeah, so this is how you can create this bridge pier, and yeah, I hope you guys have learned something. I think this tutorial, okay, it was short, but it was the basis of how you can leverage your Revit forms to create bridge components. I mean, at this point, you guys must be familiar with how you can create like infrastructure um, elements inside Revit. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you want more exciting tutorials, you can just join my membership in YouTube. And if you want this project files, you can just join my Patreon. And yeah, I'll see you on the next tutorial. Peace.